Is this it? Do I get to go out into the outside world?
The council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
Okay. We get to finally see a new world for the first time since the first time. And it's pretty chill. Hello, two-dimensional background. How do you do? Back in the generation of skyboxes, when skyboxes were like a really noticeable thing, and games would get praised for like how good their skyboxes are and whatnot, because it was just such an overtly obvious element of the artifice of video games that people would just comment on them directly all the time. Whereas nowadays, I don't really think about the skybox so much, even though it's like some version of that must still exist. But it used to just be really blatant that like you had the video game world, then you had like a wallpaper in the background that circled around the whole thing. I remember in particular as like a Halo fan, there was all the constant like, wow, what a great skybox, like comments about Halo games. That just was constant.
Master Quattro was hurt very badly. She might die. I heard it was her own apprentice that did it. Rahatia Sandral is a nice young woman, but her father has been keeping her at their estate since her brother went missing.
At some point, this is just like a trope, right? Sea life seen in this. I can't look up. Sea life that's seen in the sky, flying. Like, what an inversion. Next, you're gonna have a water bird. Like, I've seen this exact aesthetic so many times now. Yeah. Manta rays sure look like they can fly, right?
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I can help you with?
I found him. I've been given a task by the council.
Indeed. What is it you would like from me?
What do you know of the Tainted Grove?
The council has told you nothing of the grove?
I know it is tainted by the dark side.
Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant.
I was told that.
Not everything may be as transparent as you would believe. The grove can be found to the south and east in the plains, but be wary of Kath Hounds. They may be agitated by the power in the grove. Is there something else I can help you with?
I have a question about Dantooine.
Very well. What is it you wish to know?
Master Zar said there are caves on Dantooine with lightsaber crystals.
Ah, yes, those caves. Those caves are dangerous for the unwary. Kinreth spiders infest the places. They are attracted by the colors and heat given off by the crystals, I think. It is a pity. Those caves are strong with the Force. Is there something else I can help you with?
I'd like to know about you.
About me? I am truly flattered. What is it you wish to know?
Who are you?
As I have said, I believe, my name is Nemo. I am here by the will of the Jedi Council.
You are a Jedi?
Indeed, my young friend, that I am. I have served the Council for many years, and have seen many apprentices pass through this enclave.
Are you a member of the Council?
I think perhaps you place an undue importance on rank and hierarchy. Understandable, but regrettable also. We each serve in our place, high or low. Is there something else I can help you with? About me.
What kind of name is Nemo anyway?
As I have said,
rude.
Indeed, my... Is there something else?
Must be going now.
I hope your time is well spent. here on Dantooine.
Could it be that the quest you were given may have more to it than it seems? I would hope so. It'd be a really disappointing quest in an RPG otherwise. Rilke and Gar.
Hello. I'm afraid I'm not very good at explaining things. If you have any questions, please ask my husband.
What the fuck does that mean?
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
Didn't I just talk to you, Nemo? I am merely an apprentice, not a Jedi.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence?
I'm sorry, I do not know.
Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance?
Who are you?
My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here,
A pleasure.
live on one of the northern farms. But the Kath Hounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help.
You mentioned Kath Hounds?
Recently, the Kath Hounds have been acting much more aggressively. They've even attacked some of the settlers. Those Mandalorian raiders have been milking the outlying farms dry, too. I hear John got hit really bad. Too bad about his daughter. I'm not sure exactly what the Council will do about it, but we need some help with this. I only hope they'll listen to me. Is there anything else you require?
Mandalorians? Here?
Ever since the Republic beat them years ago, little groups have been roaming all over the place. With the Sith invasion, the Republic doesn't have the manpower to hunt them down. The Jedi are even worse off because Malak has been hunting them specifically. They're worried that he might even be supporting these raiders, so I don't want to face them directly. That puts us in a kind of hard situation. Is there anything else I can help you with?
What can you tell me about Dantooine?
Well, as you can see, Dantooine is mostly plains and grassland, but it has a nice hearty soil. A lot of new people have come in the last generation or so. Well, the ones you'll most likely hear about are the Sandrals and the Matalis. Big, wealthy landowners, both of them. But Alan Matali and Nurik Sandral just can't seem to get along. And now Alan wants to get the council to do something.
Do something? Has something happened?
Well, from what I hear, it started about a week ago. See, Nurik's son, Cassis, is an archaeologist. Bright lad, too, but he disappeared. Nurik, of course, blamed Alan, but even he didn't take it before the council. But now, Alan's son, Shen, has disappeared as well, and no one knows where he's gone. Alan blames Nurik. He thinks he's kidnapped his son. I don't know exactly what he wants to ask the council, but from what I know of Alan, he's probably going to be after blood. Is there anything else you require?
I must be going now.
Farewell, then. May the Force be with you. Is that how it goes? Yes. May the Force be with you.
Is that how you say it?
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors! Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
Wow, what a line. What are you talking about?
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no.
They killed her?
There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter.
I'm not a Jedi yet.
But you have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi. I will give you all I have. Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
there is like one of the Jedi-ish answers is revenge is never a good reason. But like, it's not like they're gonna be like, we're done now. And you don't just like randomly forgive people for murdering people. Like, oh, you murdered somebody, but oh well, turn the other cheek. Revenge is never a good reason. And then they're like,
I fear it is only a matter of time before the Sith find us here too.
Those damn Mandalorians have been raiding farms all over this continent. The Jedi won't do anything, so where does that leave us?
sounds like I've got a few different problems to try to take care of around here. To prove myself, and then I'll get judged for how I did it. What happened to you?
Mucha Shampanpa, La Boda ni Winky Smack Toma, Wanakun Best Chingpa Marulira, Tok Chingbang Non Kek, Tok Ninja Mura Rabes, Uba Batu Konchi, Tong Nong Bong Chang Nung Yang, Tong Patok Smack Delia.
I must be going now.
La Boda ni Winky Smack Toma, Wanakun Best Chingpa Marulira, Tok Chingbang Non Kek.
You're given a lot of chances to try to, like, skim some money out of this whole situation, but yet with your newfound authority.
The Council's been telling us not to go near the stones to the east. Just as well, the Kath Hounds near there seem a lot more vicious. You know those stones to the east of here? I heard they did some digging and found they aren't natural.
Were those two people the same voice actor? It's hard to tell because it's just doing that accent on purpose, which obscures it a little bit. But it kind of seemed like they made one person do the same, like, do similar dialogue in the same voice. Is it a swoop? I think that is a swoop. I've heard a thing or two about these swoop bikes.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see?
Your companion?
We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if he... Could he have been kidnapped?
Could it have been Kath Hounds?
Kath Hounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No. It must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked.
Could it have been opened from the inside?
Well, yes, it could have. But he had no reason to run away. His programming...
Oh, he's a droid. I thought he was going to be a dog. Or some variant. Like some kind of hound got away. Because she's being so vague about her companion. And it's like... Couldn't they have just left? And then like, okay, so it's something that's not supposed to have agency. So I was like, is it... Can your dog get out? Why are you being vague about this? It's like that lady from Yakuza. Your missing companion is a droid?
Well, yes. He is a droid. But he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is. I don't know what I'd do without him. He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine.
What exactly did you use him for again?
He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound.
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
Please, I beg of you, return my droid to me.
I will help you find your droid.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
Does your droid have any, attachments?
Ucua penki, tangi tuamaji, human act in ikatune, chi ita kanki, chana kilikon, chi wa aita kanki, chi wi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune, chuna mori ra, tangi tuamaji kona, tonki pa nonku nek abog.
Noble are you?
Baba Hassan Shan. No ba muri rati lai kuka. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muri ras limo poiwanga tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi tuamaji kona. Tongki pa nonku nek abog.
Much too sad to see these things happen to people. You're trying to sell me something, aren't you?
Tong hit wama aki inkotune. O tong hi wama ji aki inkotun. Tong pa no kun, no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. King ba no kun nik dorcha. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ras limo poiwanga tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune uchua penki tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune chi ita kanki chana kilikon chi wa aita kanki.
I would like to ask you some questions.
Achua penki yun patisa di chuba ji kotka naga kingu mwa muli radwana kimba nikcha lora kun.
What do you know of the Mandalorian raiders?
Kakin cha nawabagaon bagwa shank konti machit chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ras limo poiwanga tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune. Achua peng.
What do you know about the Kath Hounds?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muli ra tangi tuamaji kona. Tongki pa nonku nek abog. Tong hit wama agi inko tune. O tong hi wama ji aki inkotun. Tong pa no kun, no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki muli ra kun king. King ba no kun nik dorcha. Achua pe.
What do you know about the corrupted grove?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muli ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tongki pa nonku nek abog. Ki muli ra kun king. Tong hit wama agi inko tune.
Alright, let's see what you have in stock.
Baba Hassan Shan. No ba muli rati lai kuka.
I'm almost disappointed. I thought he was gonna fully commit. Like, oh yeah, the corrupted grove. My pistol will take a ghost right out. Like, no big deal. Shoot a ghost. It'll be a dead ghost. Bullet holes in a ghost. Like, just like bullshit his way through a description of all the things that this thing can handle and whatever the corrupted grove is. Because yeah, it definitely seemed like whatever you said, he was going to respond with like, ah yes, what a problem. What a fearsome, dangerous problem that can only be solved with my guns. Interesting strategy to have a shop set up outside the Jedi Council chamber place to sell weapons. You know, the Jedi famously have a weapon that they're pretty much tied to that you can't sell them, that they might all be already equipped with and not particularly interested in getting a new gun or weapon. So it just seems like a slightly weird choice, you know? You know? These are expensive. Here's our first chance at a +8 armor, but as a dex bonus of 2, so this is where we start hitting the actual limits there. Then 10 with a limit of 0. 15,000 credits is a lot of them. It's resistant to cold, fire, and sonic. And it's upgradable. This might be one of the best pieces of equipment in the entire game, for all I know. And this one's 3,000 with the 7.3. This is the only one that's moddable, which makes it especially interesting to get. But it costs 15 grand. But that's very strong. Put that on a non-dex character, and they're not going to be missing the lack of dex. If you know what I mean, I say, suggesting that anything was being said that was subtle and required interpretation. Didn't. Yeah. But yeah, everyone, you set at a place. I guess a bunch of people. Yeah. Maybe he's more clever than I'd give him credit for. Because I'm thinking like the Jedi, they got a weapon. That weapon. Don't really need his weapons. But this is a bunch of people that are all waiting in line for what's essentially like this is like what you do when you try to walk up to like the king's chambers to request their assistance. Please, my lord. Except there is no government here. It's just there is a Jedi council here. And so you just go to the Jedi and you try to hope that they'll solve your problem. And then when you're disappointed and frustrated and you're on your way out, here's this Rodian here to sell you a bunch of guns. And you're like, maybe that'll solve the problem. That's just a dog noise. Oh my goodness, that's what Kath Hounds look like. That's... yeah. I remember, but also am still surprised. That's the best way to put it. Yeah. Boy. They look like a Final Fantasy enemy. Alright, so we have to do a normal attack, because that makes me do the jump at them, and then I can do stuff like flurry. Can't use burst of speed without switching to a robe, but I don't have the one that gives me an extra attack yet anyway, so it's kind of underwhelming. Let's just try some flurrying. What? Seem to have made a mistake. Force jump requires lightsaber. When an opponent at a range is targeted by a standard lightsaber melee attack, this feat allows Guardians to make a quick series of jumps and rolls. More than 10 meters away. I think they were. Clear line of sight. And I used a normal attack. Either the distance wasn't right, or it's because of my offhand is not a lightsaber, so maybe I need to try not having an offhand lightsaber, which would be kind of disappointing, because I want to have a bunch of weapons. I'll try it next time. Why did that sound just happen? That staticky noise, that's like a interference noise. What? Was that in-game? Or some sort of other hardware problem? That kind of stuff worries me for professional reasons. Matale Grounds. Let's stick to this map for now. So far, these hounds do not seem especially threatening. We'll try unequipping Mission's Vibroblade and see if it makes the attack work then. I just want to troubleshoot this thing and figure out how it works. But boy, Kath Hounds look like some kind of... oh, yep, okay. You just can't use an offhand that's not a lightsaber. So no two-weapon fighting for now, I suppose. Whee! Just looks really cool. But it means that my accuracy is going to be reduced. But, I mean, I'm doing well. Wow, there's a lot of... why are these animals all working together against us? Oh, you're way the hell back. I need to learn perhaps how accuracy works. But anyway, now we've tested it. I don't think having that jump is worth getting rid of my ability. I'm specializing in 2-weapon fighting at the moment, so like that jump's not worth getting rid of that. It's just we unfortunately have to, much like I have to wait for myself to have Jedi equipment to use burst of speed, which also won't matter until I have the second rank of burst of speed anyway. I also need to wait for myself to have the ability to get a second lightsaber before I can use my jump ability. Until then, though, I can just walk in and just open with a flurry. That's fine. Wow, all misses. Maybe I can't open with flurry. Oh god. Maybe I'm bad at this. Maybe I'm big Garbo. Aha, you're stunned. Crits for days now, right? Nope, still more missing. Wow. I'm the hero, everybody. It's me, the hero. Okay. Oh no, I'm out of force. I'm out of force. Because I used the stun ability, so now I can't heal. I don't have any good med packs either. The good news is I stopped all the enemies from getting through, and their AI was freaking out trying to get to... So let's attack the Kath Hound. Oops. Let's deal with the Kath Hound, because at least that might get hit by my attacks. There we go. Come on, guys. Really need your help here.
You asked for this.
Please kill it.
You asked for this.
I'm sorry. That enemy is called what? A horn Kath Hound? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Oh, hello. That's gonna be big nopes all around from me. You can't trick me, game. Those are not the same species. The horned Kath Hound is not a Kath Hound. It's clearly a completely different kind of animal. I don't think this is any kind of like sexual dimorphism or anything. Look at these things. They don't even look similar. And the game's like, it's a horned Kath Hound. You can't. How dare you? I have eyes. Okay, so yeah, they attack in such large groups that they definitely become a problem. This is another zone transition. The other one's to the Metalli grounds. This one's also to the Metalli grounds. I definitely got a pang of nostalgia seeing these things just now. I definitely recognize this. Even if I don't know why. Oh, maybe this is the evil cave. Yar, it is I, the evil cave. Grr. Strange ruins. Such plentiful saves. The heavy stone door is sealed. The door is too thick to be cut with a lightsaber.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Didn't mean to talk to you.
No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work.
Not even my magic security problems. My magic security abilities can't just open the door. Am I missing something? I don't see anything else here. Perhaps we're not ready yet. For now, I can check out the Metal grounds. Let's keep comparing and contrasting. Maybe my chance to hit with two weapons is so low that I'm better off with just one at the moment. We'll see. I was definitely struggling to hit at all, and that was definitely worrying. Dude, acknowledge me. Rude. It even makes dog noises, which is incorrect. Incorrect. Big incorrect. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How many of them got in here? Ah. I feel like I should be worried about some of the sounds I'm hearing at the ends of fights. What the fuck? Are we okay? Alright, my character just didn't feel like doing... Huh. Maybe they have to have a direct line of sight at the exact moment the fight starts? I'm getting worried. Like, is something breaking? Should I be concerned about something? I'm inclined to think it's an audio bug in the game, which is the best thing for it to be, because then it's not like a hardware problem that we have to replace something or something's breaking, which would suck. What stands out to me is that I had a weird static noise, then I had a weird beep. And both of them happened when we were transitioning from combat phase to non-combat phase, which definitely makes it seem like it's a weird in-game bug. Which may be from the OG game, or maybe from the port. Not exactly the biggest deal ever, but definitely like, I'm like, what? And I'm only further weirded out by the fact that the second time it was a different sound. And I'm like, what do you mean? What? Why? Whee! That's a really cool ability to have. Potentially dangerous. Usually running ahead of your party in a party-based game just helps you die. So it's not necessarily helpful to break formation like that. But it is a power fantasy moment. You just get to feel like a cool dude when you go jumping like that across an area. Like some sort of rad dude. Because you're in part, you're definitely like, my character couldn't do that before. This Jedi training sure is something. But otherwise, I'm just swinging a sword at people. And that's a thing I could already do. It's just this one's glowy. There was sometimes a vague importance given to the lightsaber, like this idea that like only a Jedi can wield a lightsaber, anyone else would die immediately or something. But it largely just felt like hyping up the Jedi for the sake of it. I don't think it was ever supported by the text, and if it was supported by the text, it wasn't supported by any of the text that mattered, aka the real canon, which is the movies. Everything else was basically glorified fan fiction. Hate to break it to you. Because I know that people are like, oh, it's the canon and so on with the extended universe. And it's like, I mean, I like KOTOR, and that's also technically part of that canon, but it's ultimately a less important layer of like layered canon that can be contradicted at any moment by the main material. Because the last thing you want to do with a movie franchise that's, you know, the core movies and is like one of the most popular things ever, is to have the storytelling of the main thing be hobbled by the continuity of a bunch of books and games that most people haven't experienced. And so making concessions for them is usually very stupid. So instead it's just like, hey, you want to do some fan fiction and stuff about our movie property? That's fun. Yay. And it gets like the official stamp of approval. Why do they insist it's canon in the first place? Because that makes it a more valuable product for you to purchase. If you're like, oh, this is part of the Star Wars canon, and yeah, I like Star Wars, and I need to know all the canon, then you're like more likely to buy the product if you think it matters to the main story and it's all canon and one continuous thing or whatever. But it never was. Disney saying, the canon's not real anymore, was like partly just so they could do a reboot and start making their own merch from scratch, but also partly because, yeah, it's just the toy line that the other people made money on, and they want to make their new toy line that they make money on, and that toy line includes games and books and comics and so on, and audio dramas and television shows and so on and so forth. And I say this as an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. viewer, which is basically just not canon with Marvel at this point.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
My weapons are my authority. No. I'm sorry, I'll be going now.
Leave immediately. Only those on official family business are permitted within the estate.
These settlers have come to Dantooine seeking privacy. Perhaps we should respect their wishes.
Perhaps. Until the Matales come asking for me. But that's my stance with extended fiction, at least. You can still like it. In fact, I often do. Getting more of a world and feeling like it's all richer as a result is fun. It's just that ultimately it's only as canon as it can be, as long as it doesn't ever contradict the part of the universe that matters, which is the biggest juggernaut money-making part that most people engage with. And that part can disregard all the extended canon inevitably. In fact, even before it all got thrown away, the extended universe already had a layered canon priority system where certain forms of canon were seen as being more legitimate than the other ones, and that's because even within the canon they all contradict each other constantly. So they had to come up with a hierarchy system to decide which ones mattered more. Like, what matters more? A thing that was said in KOTOR, or a thing that was said in a comic, or a thing that is clarified in like the back of a toy box about a toy that tells you about that character, or one of those like art books that tells you about the movie, like for Rise of Skywalker. There's an art book that tells people like the names of all of the Knights of Ren and what their personalities apparently were, because the movies never bothered doing that. That kind of stuff. Those things contradict each other constantly. And so you need like a hierarchy system just to try to make sense of it in all the first place. And that's because none of it actually makes sense. So people got weirdly mad when like Finn held a lightsaber in the first movie, because they're like, he's not a Jedi, you can't do that. And it's like, that's never been established in the movies. The lightsaber is a Jedi weapon, but people can hold them and use that. It's just a sword that's probably like weirdly like balanced, like it's a heavy hilt with a weightless blade, presumably. So it's like, it'd be hard to train with, and it's dangerous. But like Han uses the lightsaber just fine in Empire Strikes Back to cut open the Tauntaun. It's like he didn't fucking burst into flame. Like, you can use a lightsaber. It's just a tool, not magic. And it's not tied to the Force by any of the source material that actually is canon, which is just the movies. But no, then we had to have that terrible Rise of Skywalker movie that had to try to tie up that plot hole too, which was never a plot hole. But like, that movie's so obsessed with that stupid minutia that it's like, I can't help but feel like on some level it's like the fans got what they wanted at long last, and it sucked. And that's why we shouldn't listen to them. Is because they have terrible ideas like that. Like, oh.
Holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Alright. Not the best, are they, Mandalorians, huh? Just not wowing me today. Well, Maybe they haven't seen me yet. God, there's so many items here. Where's my energy shield? Oh, those are my only energy shields. Might want to use the energy shield against a Mandalorian. They haven't seen me yet. Was he shooting out of the bottom of his gun when it wasn't pointing at me? Because I think he was. How is that not a clear line of sight to just run at him? That's frustrating. That stun did not work. Ruh-roh. Uh-oh. This could be going better. Oh, this warrior is just like running back and forth like a lunatic. That's good. Oh no! This guy needs to die. I am quickly melting now.
Ready? I'll show you.
Please die. Oh, he's running. He's running. Oh, he's running to mission. Apparently mission pissed him off. The blaster carbine. I feel like I had one of those before, but I'm not totally sure. It's a blaster rifle, 1 to 8 with extra threat. That's it. That's it. Whereas you've got Zalbar's bowcat. Yes. The most important weapon of all.
What?
Already got? Yeah. It seems like it felt like an inventory pack or something where you just throw it on the ground and then it disappears when you loot it. So the fact that it was still there made me second guess that I had all the items in it or something. I was uncertain. Ultimately though, obsessing over canons is just kind of pointless. At some point, when something's sufficiently popular and widespread as a pop culture phenomenon, it just becomes a piece of iconography that people can riff on however many times they want, like Peter Pan. And obsessing over whether or not all the Peter Pan films and plays and books that are made separately from each other are all canon with each other or something is just kind of not necessary. It's much more interesting just to have people riff on the ideas and have their own stance on it and try out different expressions of the character and so on. It's like how I have 2 Batman comics on my shelf. I have Batman the White Knight and I have Batman the Killing Joke. And I like both of those, but I don't really like obsess over whether or not they're the same Batman and the same Gotham necessarily. Just like how I like the Batman cartoon from what I grew up with. And as far as I can tell, all 3 of those are just different worlds. But yeah, specifically on the same shelf, I have Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is a fantastic Batman cartoon that is a standalone movie. Showed Stephanie that recently and went over pretty well. So I think I'm not crazy in liking that particular movie. But for all I know, it's just 3 different stories of Batman, and that's fine. Explaining how KOTOR fits into the Star Wars canon is largely the least interesting question to have. Just treat them like they're just different Zelda games. They're just all different riffs on one idea, continuing forever. And take your Zelda timeline and shove it up your ass. That whole concept is stupid. None of the the games just are not written to be interpreted as a continuous timeline. And that was like a throwaway thing in a Nintendo Power to like satisfy fans that obsess over that kind of thing and give them something to latch onto and merch to buy. But like the timeline of Zelda is not the point. If you fixate on that, you're fixating on like the least interesting aspect of all of it. Hello, mission. Oh no, she's all out of odd numbers. Well, she's all about the decks, about the decks, about the decks. I guess I don't have to worry about not leveling up certain things because they conflict with my protagonist now. Because now she's my only scoundrel. Because I'm not a scoundrel anymore. And even if I have the proficiencies with those skills, I no longer have the access to them like I did before. There's the bonus to dueling. She's gonna keep getting better and better sneak attacks. Also want attack bonus with blaster rifles. Quadruple crit, I have to get that, it's just too cool. And maybe now that she has this one, she'll use this ability instead of fucking power attack? Stop it. Oh wait, I gave her power attack with an item, I can take it away. Let's just do that. Improve power blast. Stop it. Here's a will save. Please stop using power blast. 19 dex. You got 2+1s, but yeah. There we go. So I think having +1 wasn't affecting his stat bonus. I can double check, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. +3. +3. +3, yeah, +3. So she's at +3, and I just gave her one more dex, so now she'd be a +4 with these bracers. Yep. And that's the idea. So while it takes like 8 levels to get a bonus by just leveling, getting 1 bonus point and then putting a piece of equipment on to complement it really helps out quite a bit. And she can become the scariest person. But yeah, I'm always much more interested in the story that's being told right now. And what that means. And what the characters are. And what the story means for those characters. I'm all about character development and arcs and character motivated behaviors and so on. And that's all way more interesting to me always than the lore and the timeline and things like that that are incredibly unimportant to storytelling. Hello, green man. Are you guarding this bridge?
Achuta, wonga kun bis dolpi kikoyana, dong patugas maktelia.
Who are you?
Runda di hotonga kun honkabi, wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Muchashak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Ta kumjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bolawana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mulerabes. Jedabadawana nidibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya, tong patukas maktalea.
What do you want me to do?
Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tong haitwam jiji jumplumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulira. Runda di hodunga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Kashyyyk itahodonga, Yeking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona, rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodunga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Kashyyyk itahodonga, Yeking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona, rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodunga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Kashyyyk itahodonga, Yeking kuno pamulera chikun. Slimo podona, rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
Is there anything else I should know?
Runda di hodunga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes.
Muchashat pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun.
And then the episode abruptly ended 10 minutes early because, as it turns out, this trial thing is actually really, really long. And we don't have time for that. So it's going to have to be a next episode. I don't want to cut it halfway through. That's just confusing.